Yeah. Dogs. I need to see the OBS screen. Remember how we did that the other day? There we go. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Good to be with you guys tonight. Lil Rev here from Sheboygan. Welcome to our class this evening. Studying tremolo techniques is going to be our title. And I want to welcome everyone to the Mead Public Library, where we've been running classes on Mondays and Thursday nights from 6:15 to 7:15. And so if you're hearing my voice right now, then wherever you go, there you are, right? Anyways, tonight we're going to be talking about tremolo techniques. And just want to get my camera a little bit better adjusted here. And there we go. That's it. Okay, great. And so once again, we always love to hear from you. Where are you joining us from? Okay, where are you coming from, man? Before we begin here, I want to thank you all who've been coming back week after week, I should say. I was going to say night after night, but week after week, and tuning in for these ukulele classes. It's been a real pleasure teaching all of you. And so let's start talking about tremolo here. Wanted to talk for a few minutes just to give everybody a chance to access the stream and find it. We were a minute or two behind schedule here, so hope everybody who wanted to be here now is on board. Okay. So most people, if you don't tell them anything, if you just simply say, tremolo is a technique that a lot of people do when they end a song, right? Everybody will come to this place in their ukulele evolution where, they'll just watch other people, and when it gets to the end of the song, you'll see them go, or at least attempt to do that with everybody else who is, doing that and has grown accustomed to taking this finger and using it at the end of a song. But tremolo is much more than that. It's much more than that. And there's so many different ways to look at tremolo. There's chordal tremolo, there's melodic tremolo, there's tremolo at the end of a song. There's tremolo as variety when arranging a song and, breaking up the monotony of down-up strumming with a little bit of tremolo to accompany your singing voice. So there's just this wide swath of things that you could do with tremolo, okay? So that's why we're here tonight, and we're going to talk about all of this. So give me a good hello from wherever you're coming from, and I just pass that off to my partner here. All right. So I plan to survey, 3 or 4 different ways that people do tremolo, and here's what I want for you. I don't want you to think that you have to learn how to do tremolo in a variety of different ways. I want you to survey these different ways and then ask yourself, what is the easiest way to do tremolo? Of all the ways that Lil Rev showed me tonight, which way works best for me? Okay? That's what I want you to ask yourself as we go along. I learn a variety of different ways to do all these different things, triplets and tremolo and, all this different stuff, because I'm a former classroom teacher. And what I learned in my time in the classroom is that not everybody learns the same way. And what is easy for one child is hard for another. And so if I can present a variety of different ways, I will guarantee that I'm going to be most successful in accomplishing my goal tonight, which is to ensure that all 50 to 80 of you know how to do tremolo well, at least one way. Okay, so let us begin then. typical tremolo, if nobody tells you, by the way, I have blue fingers tonight because I ate a lot of blueberries. I got a blue mustache and I got blue fingers. So you can make fun of me if you want. The Blue Man Group, right? Anyways, if nobody tells you how to do tremolo, the most typical way is to just take your finger, okay, and accentuate it a little bit, right? So as you put your hand over the fretboard, right, and you move it up and down with one finger kind of accentuated, you'll get this sound, right? Even if we don't make a chord, right? You'll get that kind of a sound. And tremolo happens because there's an oscillation. And in this oscillation, the finger or the thumb or whatever you're using goes down, up, 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 down, until finally it's doing this, right? It's going, and it's keeping a steady beat. And so you have to get to that place. Tremolo doesn't sound good if you say, hey man, look at my tremolo. No, it's got to be at a certain pace, right? Okay? Well, I want to make a little correction here now. This sort of tremolo where the finger is accentuated, it's acceptable. But the problem with it that's inherent in this approach is that the accentuated finger pad gets stuck between the strings a lot. And so no matter how good you are at it, the finger gets hung up in between the strings. And therefore, it's in the long run, it's the most haphazard way to do tremolo. Okay? So that's just taking the finger, accentuating using the pad. Right? It works, but it's too haphazard. So let me show you some more effective ways to do this, all right? The reason why I showed you that is because a lot of people start out doing that and nobody tells them. Here's the first step towards enlightenment, okay? Take that finger that you accentuated and curl it like the end of a rake, okay? So that you have this, all right? One finger pointing down. You're going to use the tip of your finger. If you have a really long nail, this doesn't work, okay? But you're going to use the tip of your finger, and you're going to make that finger go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, until finally you have, right? It's oscillating. Then you're going to have a really pleasing sound. Now, the most basic application of tremolo is just to throw it into a song every now and then. So, for example, if I was singing one of my favorite songs, Sea of Love, and I was going, do you remember when we met? That's the day I knew you were my pain. I want to tell you just how much I love you. And I strummed and I sang a few verses, and then I went, come with me, my love, to the sea of love. It would give my song arrangement some variety and tonality rather than just strumming down up the whole time, right? As a professional, I'm going to throw in a lead solo, and I'm going to throw in some triple strums and some finger picking, and pretty soon I'll have a lot of variety. But the tremolo is something that you could throw into a song like this, and there are many in your repertoire that you like to play, okay? So let's try this together now, all right? Take that finger, curl it one tip down, okay? So it'd be like that. And you're going to use the tip of the finger. And let's make a C chord, everybody. Okay, C chord. Now let's try down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Here we go. Just a basic down, up. Now that doesn't sound like tremolo, does it? Speed it up. Now that's tremolo, okay? But some people still might be having trouble, so let me just super simplify this, right? Little train that could. Down, up, 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 down. So finally, and getting to that place where the hand goes, right? That might take a couple weeks for a few of you, all right? And others will get it right away, okay? So that is way number one, how to do tremolo, okay? So let's find some songs to practice that with now and make it real. Otherwise, it's not real if, you know, I just tell you about tremolo, but we don't have any songs to try it out with. So in the folder for tonight, on the Google Drive, and I'm trusting most of you have gotten used to accessing the music now, okay? I want you to find the page that says doo-wop uke, doo-wop uke, okay? That's going to be our first page that we're going to look at. And if you don't have this, I'll tell you the chords. C, A minor, F, and G seventh. C, A minor, F, and G seventh. Hang on, I got to ask my wife something. 1 second. Would you get me a glass of water, sweetie? Okay, thank you. All right. So, C, A minor, F, and G seventh. Let's try this out now, okay? This is a tremolo exercise from my Hal Leonard Ukulele Method Book 1. All right? That's this book right here. Okay? Hal Leonard Ukulele Method Book 1. Okay? C, A minor, F, G seventh. Let's give this a try together. Here we go. C, A minor. Good. F, G7. Do it again. C, A minor, F, G7, C, A minor, F, G7. You're doing right. C, A minor, F, G7. This could be any song. It could be Blue Moon. It could be, you know, Heart and Soul. It could be any song that's got a doo-woppy feel, right? So, C, A minor. You're doing this with me, right? C, A minor, F, G7. Good, good. That's it. That's it. You're getting it. Okay? That's it. Let's try it with an actual song now. All right? So let's try, let's look at Goodnight Irene. I gave you guys Goodnight Irene. Okay? So let's try that. And this is going to be G, D7th, G, C. Those are the chords in that song. So here we go. And let's just do the chorus. We don't even have to do the whole song, okay? All right, so here, if we were just strumming it, we'd be going, Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dream. But then, after all those verses, sometimes I live in the country, and stop rambling, stop gambling, all that kind of stuff. You get to a point where it'd be nice to do a little tremolo in there. And for those of you who perform in ukulele groups, if you're looking for a surefire way to end a song, take the last verse in whatever song you're doing and tell your group, we're all going to play tremolo on the last pass through. And that makes it really nice and special and creates a different feel, right? So let's do the chorus to Goodnight Irene, G to D7, G to C, D7, back to G. Okay, so here we go. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in
my dream.
Now we're not done, but I want to tell you something very important, okay? So when you're doing tremolo, I want you to do it over the fretboard. Don't do tremolo over the sound hole, okay? You're too close to the bridge. I want you to find the sweet spot on your ukulele by splitting the distance between the bridge and the nut. The bridge and the nut. Split that distance in half mathematically. And wherever you wind up, that's the sweet spot on your ukulele. Why? When they meet halfway between the nut and the bridge, that is technically, scientifically, the place where your strings have the most pliability and give to them, right? Because here's a point of tension, here's a point of tension. So you split that distance, you got pliability. So that's why we want to do tremolo over the fretboard, okay? All right? I'm not trying to be sassy, I'm just saying over the fretboard, baby, all right? Here we go. Ready?
Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dream. Stop rambling. Stop your gambling. Stop staying out, Jenny, all night long. Go home to your husband and family by the fireplace, burning oh so strong. Sing the chorus now. Right now, I'm picturing all of you at home doing this, okay? So don't let me down, okay? That finger should be going, it should be curled like that, going down up on the strings, okay? You should be smiling, just tickled that you are doing tremolo. Okay, so here we go. Last time. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dream. You'll notice that good tremolo is a lot of wrist and a little bit of elbow. Okay, so as you get good at this, you'll have a little bit of wrist and a lot of elbow to work with this and to get this better and better. Okay? All right, so remember sweet spot on the ukulele. Remember little train that could. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, until you get that good flowing motion. Now, a lot of people think that, hey, Lil Rev, look. Right? But tremolo is an art form. And the more you practice it, the better, the stronger it's going to be, the more consistent and confident it's going to be when you go to do it. It's not just going to just be clumsy or happenstance. It's going to be, I know how to do this. And that could be at the very end of a song. So there's another way for you to use tremolo. When you get to the end of a song, and you're right at the very end, that's when you can do a little bit of tremolo. Let me demonstrate. Okay, one of my favorite blues songs, St. Louis Blues, right? I'll sing one verse and I'll pretend it's the end of the song. All right, so here we go. I hate to see that evening sun go down. I hate to see that evening sun go down. Well, it makes me think on my last go round. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We'll see you next time. Take care. Don't let the ditch get in your road. Okay? And that's what I do when I come to the end of a song. I throw on the tremolo, and it's a great way to end a song. Now, too much tremolo, it loses its flavor if you're doing it constantly, right? Especially in a performance. So temper how much you use it if you're actually performing somewhere as well. Okay? Now what you're ready for next in the course tonight is another way to do tremolo. So I'm going to demonstrate another way for you. Okay?
Are you guys ready for this? I need for Jenna to tell me that at least 3 people in the thread said, yes, Lil Rev, bring on the next way to do tremolo, okay? I need to see like a couple of thumbs up. Lil Rev, show me the holy grail of tremolo. Okay, I'm waiting for it. Show me the money. Okay? 1, we got 1. Okay? I'm trying to make this fun. Okay? So,
this is right.
you know.
Okay, bring it. We got 1.
We got 1, bring them. Okay? In the meantime, I'll show you my blueberry fingers. He is eating blueberries today. All right.
Someone asked if they can be resting their arm on the face of the uke.
Yes, so a question that just came in as I was waiting for my rally cry, right, is do we rest the hand on the face of the uke? Yeah, so tonight I'm playing my soprano, but, you know, some nights I'm playing my much bigger tremolo, right, tenor, tremolo on the tenor. And so whatever size uke you have, all right, you can rest the forearm on the ukulele. So whatever you do, that arm it's just resting right on the instrument as you're doing this. Okay? The hand is not resting. The hand is going. Okay? Down, up, down, up, down, up. The wrist is going, and it's even also, see that angle of my hand? See how there's a curvature to it? So when I'm doing tremolo, watch that angle. You see that angle there? So there's a little bit of angle in it too. It's not just straight. That would be robotic if I went like that. Then it would be all elbow. There's actually a tilt of the wrist. I cock my thumb upwards. And then when you're doing accentuated finger, you can either leave the other fingers hanging out or you can curl them in. Okay? But an important part is to be somewhere over the fretboard when you do it. Okay, good question. Whoever asked that. I don't know where they're from, but that was a good question. Okay? All right? So, here's another way to do tremolo. All right? And this is my standard tremolo class that I teach where I show a couple varieties. And so here's another way to do it. All right? You take your squirt gun shape that you use to strum with, right? That shape. You take your thumb, okay, see all that blueberry on there? Okay? All right? That's antioxidants. I hope you got yours today. All right? So, you take your thumb and you let that thumb rest on that first finger. Okay? What that's like is, I don't think I have any guitar picks like, maybe I do. Okay? So there's a guitar pick. All right? It's just like as if you were putting your finger on your thumb and holding that guitar pick like that, right? Okay? You're going to kind of do that with your thumb. You're going to take your thumb and rest it on that finger. Just like that. It's going to support that finger. Now, here's the argument, okay? The argument is that some people feel like this is much more freeing and much more flowing. Other people say, Lil Rev, I want to drop my thumb down, like you said, onto that finger so as to support it. And then when I go down, up, I got more control. So try this with me. Let's do the doo-wop uke exercise again. Okay? Let's try it. C, A minor, F, G7, C, A minor, F, G7, ooh, 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 ooh. Do it with me. C, A minor, F, G7. Last time. C, A minor, F, G7. And back to C. Okay? Now, how did that feel? How did that feel? Did that feel okay? All right? Did it feel better with the first way that you did it, or did it feel better the second way? Which way?
Okay? Just pretend I'm in your living room right now. And it's just you and I. We're just sitting there talking. And I'm giving you a private lesson. And I showed you just 2 ways. And I say, now which way was easier? Okay? All right? So it's split evenly. When I ask that question in workshops, wherever I travel, some people will be, oh yeah, I like without the thumb, Lil Rev. And other people will be like, oh, that thumb gives me a lot of support, Lil Rev. So I like that better. Okay? So one isn't better than the other. It's what works for you. And that's the way I want you to stick to. Just keep practicing it after tonight and get really good at it that way. Okay? Now let's try a song to make the thumb and first finger a little more congruent. Okay? Once we add a song to the mix, it becomes more real. Okay? So let's see here. Let's do the rock pile, or no, let's do Sea of Love, like I played earlier. Let's just do a little tiny bit of Sea of Love. Okay? I gotta put on my glasses for that because the text is tiny. Let's just do Come With Me, My Love, to the Sea of Love. Okay, we got G. We got an A7th in there. We got a B7th. We got a C. And a little D7th in there too, I think. Yeah, oh, that in the chorus there. Okay? So here we go. Ready? On the G chord now. All right? Thumb on the first finger. Come with me, my love, to the sea of love. Wanna tell you just how much I love you. C back to G. Okay, try that again now. Okay? That's what I want you to do. Ready? Come with me, my love, to the sea of love. Wanna tell you, yes, how much I love you. Hey, Jenna, would you grab my Blue Essential Strums book for me? She is integral to this operation. I'm telling you, that's my right hand, okay? You just hear me saying Jenna, 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 right? Okay? And that goes on all day long. So she's an angel, okay? You should all be so lucky, okay? So I asked her to bring my book, Essential Strums and Strokes, okay? I got to cover up, there we go. Everything's backwards. I got to cover up the master copy, right? But that's the book, and there's a lot of cool tremolo stuff in there. Exercises, melodic tremolo. That's lessons with video via Hal Leonard and halleonard.com or amazon.com. And of course I promote these things because I want to give you resources while you're studying with me, okay? So that gives you a song that makes it a little more real. Let's add one more to do with this with this style. Or let's do another verse even. Do you remember when we met? That's the day I knew you were my pet. Okay, so let's try that for Sea of Love. Okay, here we go. Ready? Do you remember when we met? That's the day I knew you were my pet. Wanna tell you just how much I love you. Okay? And then look, that chorus would be great for tremolo. As you go forward, becoming a better tremolo player, survey your songbooks for songs where tremolo might be more apropos than others. Some songs don't need tremolo, But now here's an example. Let's say you were strumming, Do You Remember When We Met, and Come With Me, My Love, and then you got to the chorus, and you were just strumming. Then all of a sudden you get to the chorus. Now there's a chorus that really works for tremolo, right? So let me demo this, and then you'll try it with me. Okay, so hold tight. Do you remember when we met. That's the day. You know the words. I want to tell you just how much. Say it. And then you get to that chorus. Watch. Come with me to the sea. Right? Like when I do tremolo on that chorus, in my ear, I think, wow, that really sounds good. You know, that works. So the listener, whoever that might be, your husband, your neighbor, folks at the nursing home, a gig if you got a gig somewhere, and people hear you going to do tremolo there, it shows that you've got some technique, and you could go beyond just down, up strumming. Okay? Is this making sense? Again, I'm used to having 70, 80, 100 people in front of me when I'm teaching, and I'm focusing on teaching, so I'm not reading everything that's coming in on the stream. So I would like to have at least one person say, Lil Rev, this really makes sense. It's an epiphany. Could one person type that tonight? Okay? That's not asking for much out of, let's see, what number should you write down? Almost 70 people. Okay? So one person, just pop me a little message that says, Lil Rev, I just had an epiphany. I'm getting tremolo. Okay? Then my night is worth it, because as long as I get through to at least one person, I'm happy. All right? I hope it's more than that, really, to be honest with you. I hope it's more than that. Okay? All right. Okay, we got one person. I'm good to go. All right, good. This is starting to feel like, you know, a game show or something. All right, can I get a vowel, please? All right. So now let's look at other ways to do tremolo. I'm going to show you one more way, and then we're going to go over some of these other exercises that we've got here. Okay, we'll see how far we get. Let me wet my whistle. I've been doing a lot of teaching lately, and my voice has been a little bit hoarse. So, all right. So, the last way that I'm going to show you tonight, and that will mean technically 4 ways. You know, just the pad, unaccentuated, flat. Right? The finger curled and using the tip. I call that rake style. Right? Down, up, down, up. The thumb resting on the first finger to support it. I call that pick style. Okay? Giving it stability. Right? And good classical players, flamenco players, will use all 4 fingers to do tremolo. So I've seen, this doesn't even scratch the surface. This is just a few ways, right? And then lastly, I'm going to show you what I call the middle finger tremolo, okay? Don't take this the wrong way. Don't flip out, okay? When I hold up my middle finger, okay? You're going to use your middle finger. Don't take that the wrong way, please, okay? Turn it upside down, all right? Now, take your thumb and let it hang outwards like this, okay? So you got your middle finger dangling down. You got your thumb jutted outwards. Now, take your thumb and rest it right here where the neck and the body meet, right there. Rest that thumb right there. Everybody see that? Okay? Just plant it there. Now, take that middle finger, make a C chord. Come up with the pad of your finger. Good. Now flick it back down, the middle finger. Now come up with the pad. Now flick it down. Up with the pad, down with the finger. The nail. Pad, nail. Pad, nail. Now remember, I'm not going straight down. This is on an angle, right? I'm kind of going outwards like that, right? So I flick down. Okay? All right? Or up. Either way, you can start either way. You can go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Or you can go down, up, down, up, down, up. Either way works. Okay, so watch what happens. Week number 1. You're just getting the motion down. Okay? Week number 2. It speeds up a little bit. Little train that could. Okay? 3 or 4 weeks of a few minutes every other day, and you will get this. Okay, where you can actually keep it going. Now, when I do it, I'm just using the edge of my finger. So really, I'm just using partial of one side of that finger as it's dangling down. Okay, if I come up, down, up, down. Okay? So again, this approach is most commonly used at the end of a song, and it looks really cool. Okay? So if you want to look cool, and I don't know if you want to look cool, this is one that you want to learn. So let me use that ending to St. Louis Blues again, right? I'll take it from the turnaround. I won't even sing it. Then maybe I'd throw a little roll stroke in there too, right? Makes me think I'm on my last go round. Okay? So there are some great players out there who can keep that going for long periods of time. So I find it harder to sustain that approach, and this much easier, to do that or to do that, right? Okay? So let's try it again. Take your thumb rested in the juncture. I call that the juncture, right there where the neck and the body meet. Dangle that middle finger down. Make a C chord. Now come up. Flick down with a nail. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Try to get it going a little faster. The tendons and the muscles in the arm take time to limber up and to get used to that. So, be very graceful and just be good to yourself. Use the Tai Chi approach very slowly, all right? Work into it. And eventually, if you want to get that sound, you'll get it, okay? So, what I want to do now is I want to look at some of the other exercises and songs that we have in the packet, all right? So, let's look at orally. Orally. This is not the melody. This is just the chords, okay? All right. Now, the chords in this are going to be C to D7th, G7th, back to C, okay? We've got an E7th in there, an A minor in there, an E7th, C, D7th, G, C, okay? So here's what I propose. If you were going to play orally, right? If you're going to play it, somebody would play rhythm, somebody would play melody, and then at some point in there you wanted to create a little variety, so whoever was playing melody could either go to tremolo or the rhythm player could go to tremolo. And so this is just an exercise in practicing your tremolo, right? So let's try it together. This time you choose whichever way was easiest for you tonight. I'm not going to tell you which way to do it. You choose right now. Okay, so here we go. Ready? C, 2, 3, 4, D7, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, D7, 2, 3, 4, G7, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, E7, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, 4, E7, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, D7, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's a nice little tremolo exercise you can try any of those techniques with. All right? So that's a nice one. All right. Now, let's look at the rock pile blues. We haven't looked at that one yet tonight. The rock pile blues in the packet there. And And so now we're going to do, will you pull up orally the melody at the beginning of the book? I want to show them that in just a little bit, okay? So it's closer to the front, just the melody orally. Okay, so now we're looking at rock pile blues, and what do we have here? We have a old timey blues from the late 30s, 40s, Banjo Ike Robinson. Look them up on iTunes or YouTube. Banjo Ike Robinson, a really cool old jazz and blues guy. Okay, and here's just another way. I just want to show you that you can open up any songbook and find the songs you like, and then play around with them and see, is there any place in this song for me to add tremolo? Does it need it? Some songs don't need it. You know, if I was strumming, if I was going, left a good job in the city, working for a man every night and day. I can't see where tremolo would be nice there, right? This land is your land. Doesn't need tremolo, right? But maybe like blue skies smiling at me, right? Or maybe somewhere in the Tennessee Waltz, or songs that don't get too fast. If you are a rock and roll or a heavy metal ukuleleist, then you got to start practicing getting your tremolo super fast, right? It's what the rockers do at the end of their songs. They go, right? They really throw it down. And you can get to that point if that's what you're looking for, okay? But most of us are just looking to play, on the sunny side of the street, okay? So, rock pile blues sounds like this, all right? Big rock, baby, all your daddy can see. I don't make this time, but they be piling rocks on me. Okay, so where would tremolo work in there? Okay, big rock, baby, all your daddy could see. I don't make this time, I didn't be piling rocks on me. Maybe the last time through, after I got done singing a bunch of verses, I'd throw that in there, and I'd end with a tremolo for a nice, different kind of big ending. So try this with me. Let's do big rock, baby. Let's do the chorus. Try and do tremolo with me on this one now, okay? I know that everyone's pulling their weight here tonight, and you are all doing this. You're all giving it your best shot, 100%. Okay, there's no slackers in the group. All right, so everybody's giving it a good try. You ready? Okay, come on now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big rock, baby, all your daddy could see. I don't make this time, but there be piling rocks on me. Oh, that was the fan stroke, which I'm going to be teaching pretty soon. You're going to want to attend that class so you can learn how to do that. Okay? I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. Try it again one more time. Repetition is everything. All right? Like my wife. I told her, I said, I love you. And at first, she was like, a lot of guys can say that. Okay, I said, I love you. Trust me, I love you. Okay? I love you. You got to believe me here. Okay? But guess what? I love you like a ukulele. So let's give it a try now. Here we go. Ready? One more time. Big rock, baby. Maybe experiment. If you're feeling like one tremolo is easier than the other, give the other a try and see if it works. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Big rock, baby, all your daddy could see. If I don't make this time, I'd be piling rocks on me or me. I'll be doing a class on the most important movable chord forms that go up the neck. That one's coming too. then you'll know you don't have to play the F right here. You can also play it up here, or right here, or right here, or any other spot, okay? It's all about continuity, tying it together, making sure that you understand where it came from and where it's going, what you could possibly do with it all, okay? When I got into ukulele and I quit my job as a grade school music teacher, the idea of a professional ukulele player was, that's the sort of stuff of comedic jokes, okay? Comedic jokes. You know why? Because most people thought of the ukulele was to music what Spam was to food, okay? That's how people thought of it, unless you were on the Big Island, where it was always respected, okay? And do you know how to get a professional ukulele player off your front porch? Pay him for the pizza. Do you know the difference between a professional ukulele player and a large pizza? Large pizza can feed a family of 4. What do you say to the professional ukulele player in a 3-piece suit? May the defendant please rise. I'll stop, okay? I know you guys have had enough. I could go on all night, okay? Ukulele Nation, the world's only collection of ukulele poetry, okay? From the LilRev.com website, all right? There it is. You can own it. Lots of ukulele jokes are in it, okay? Ukulele Nation. Maybe you should grab one of those babies so I can close my class tonight with a poem from Ukulele Nation, okay? That's a spontaneous idea. All right. Now, I think you're starting to get the idea now that tremolo is something that you can throw into a lot of different places, but here's what we didn't talk about tonight, my friends. Tremolo can be used melodically too. Now, this is where you up your game, all right? This is where you lose a whole bunch of people. It's where, you know, the proverbial separate the men from the boys and the girls from the ladies, right? So, playing a whole chord with tremolo, it's easy to do once you know what the shape should be. Should it be this or whatever? That's something that we can all aspire to. But what if you had to narrow it down to one string? Could you do it? Okay? And what are the approaches for you melody players? I'm going to show you 2 approaches to playing melodic tremolo. This is for the melody players in the group tonight, all right? The first way is to take the edge of your nail. So, like what I do is I look on my nail and I see I got a little bit of nail there. It's not much, and it sure doesn't look very pretty, okay? Especially with blueberries all over it, okay? So I find that little bit of nail edge, and then I take that nail. You hear that? Hear that sound? That's tremolo. And what I'm doing is I'm taking my thumb, trying to find a good angle where you can see it. There we go. I'm taking my thumb and I'm going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And I'm resting my finger underneath just like I would if I was doing full chord tremolo. Okay? Alright? So, the only difference was before you went like this, right? You went like that. Okay? Like that, right? That shape. My camera angle, I'm too close to my camera tonight, so I'm having trouble finding that perfect, I'm playing with that perfect angle. Before you did that tonight, you're just going to use that thumb, right? So, C major scale. Okay? Now, sometime if there's rhythm, then somebody else is playing upright bass or U bass or guitar or chords or something like that. Then you will get that that rhythm that you need. Okay, all right. So here we go. All right, I turned it down a little bit. Okay, so here we go.
So I'll be playing one string at a time, whatever the melody would be, right? So here's orally, right? So when you hear a lot of these folks playing really fast, like super fast, they're actually playing, it's almost like tremolo, right? It's finger going like that. So if you think you can figure that out and you're a melody player, then that's one way to play melodic tremolo. Another way to play melodic tremolo per single string is to just use the fingertip, right? So I could go. Okay, so the tip of the finger or the side of the nail. For those of you who are melody players, I just wanted to call that out and give that some attention. All right, so we did Goodnight Irene, we did Rock Pile, Sea of Love. We didn't do the Sloop John B. Let's just do a little bit of the chorus, and this is how we'll end tonight. Got a couple of little bits of information that I want to share with you. But before we wrap things up for tonight, let's just look at the Sloop John B and the chorus. Okay, that's G. On the Sloop John B, grandfather and me, round Nassau town we did roam, drinking all night, got in a fight, feel so broke up, I want to go home. So there's an idea for you. You don't have to do tremolo through the whole song. You could do tremolo through part of a verse is what I'm saying. You could start strumming and singing and then go into tremolo wherever in the verse it feels normal or natural. Okay? Hoist up, let me demonstrate. Hoist up the John B. sail. See how the mainsail sets. Call for the captain ashore, let me go home. I want to go home. Here it comes. I want to go home. Feel so broke up, I want to go home. Did you hear how that tremolo, it lifted the chorus up in that spot and it gave it some excitement and exuberance that wouldn't have been there if I would have just kept strumming. It kind of highlighted that place in the chorus. So that's the kind of homework you got to do. You got to strum your songs and say, God, where would tremolo sound good in this song? I can't do the homework for you. You know, I'm not going to write a whole book of a songbook and say, play tremolo right here. All right, you got to do that kind of homework. All right, try one more time. Hoist up the John B. sails. Last time. Hoist up the John B. sail. See how the mainsail sets. Call for the captain ashore. Let me go home. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. There it is. C, A minor. Feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Hear that? Hear that sound? That's called chunking. There's a class coming up on how to do that as well. Okay? So thank you for being patient. Tonight was a lot of talking and explanation, but hopefully I integrated enough exercise and song example in there for you guys to feel like you gained some, some ability to play tremolo. And I hope that will turn to affection, where you start to incorporate this into your playing on a regular basis. Before I say goodnight to all of you, bear with me for just a moment. I want to highlight this, my Ukulele Nation, a poetry book. All right, I'll save reading a poem for another time, but it's the world's only collection of ukulele poetry.
available through lilrev.com. As I highlighted earlier, essential strums and strokes for ukulele. All right. And what else did I want to show you? If you PayPal me $25 and send me a hat in the byline, in the notes. This comes in tan, or khaki as my wife calls it, and this dark navy color. Okay. Lastly tonight, my recent record, Sing Song Daddy, also comes with a songbook. All right. And so you can find the songs you like, and then you can strum along. All right. I also would lastly like to say, please tune in on Saturday. I mentioned this last night in my Tin Pan Alley show. Please tune in this Saturday from 1:30 to 2:30, 1 to 2:30, 1:30 to 2:30, right? And it's called the New Roots Song Fest, New Roots Song Fest, with Eric Noden, Ronnie Shellist, and a nice group of people, some really wonderful players. That'll be this weekend on my Facebook page, Mark Robinson or Lil Rev, and continue to tune into the classes. Through the end of June, we'll have 2 classes a week, Monday and Thursday. Thereafter, we'll be switching to just Monday nights. Okay? If other stuff comes up, I'll keep you posted. Excuse me, if there's more classes that pop up along the way. And we're all just sort of kind of finding our way in the digital world now. And so I'm sure there'll be lots of other opportunities to study with me. And again, thank you for your love and generosity and tips, PayPal and Venmo. It is making a difference in keeping us afloat. So if you're getting a lot out of these classes, I'm most grateful for the tips, and I can't say that any other way. I can't spin it any other way. All right? Be healthy. Thanks for your time. Thank you to Mead, and I love you like a ukulele. Take care.